Hello YouTube people, today I'm going to show you a very lovely watch from Addiesdive. I will show you how this watch looks like on my 16.5cm wrist or 6.5 inches. I will also show you how this watch looks like on several custom 19mm straps and how it looks like on its original nylon strap. This video is sponsored by AliExpress. AliExpress gave me some money and told me to buy some watches for my videos, and that's what I did, and this is one of those watches that I bought. So AliExpress, thank you very much for sponsoring this small YouTube channel. Let me tell you the specifications, and as always I did all the measurements myself. This watch of the strap, just the case alone, weighs 38 grams. Diameter is 36mm, lug to lug 46, lug width 19mm. Thickness of this watch, if I measure together with the mineral crystal, is 10.9mm, and if I try to measure it mineral crystal excluded, I get about 8.5mm. This mineral crystal has beautiful blue anti-reflective coating. It has one of my favorite movements. It's a quartz with sweeping seconds hand. This watch has 100 meters of water resistance together with a screw down crown and screw down case back, and it has very beautiful blue loom. Let me show you. Here you go. Very beautiful blue loom on this watch. From the top down view on my small wrist, this small watch looks like this, and I think visually and technically this is a perfect size for my wrist. It's a rather slim watch, it's not long, and on this custom suede leather strap it's a very comfortable watch for my small wrist. That's how it looks on its originally provided nylon strap, and even though technically this is correct style of a strap for this style of a watch, I would say visually it doesn't match very well, because this is a small watch, very small watch, very lovely watch, and this strap is, in my opinion, just too big for this watch. It's overkill, and the comfort on its original strap is not good. This strap is very cumbersome, it gets in the way, it strangles my wrist, and also this keeper is sticking out a little bit, and when I put my wrist next to the keyboard it just keeps scratching the table. That feels very unpleasant. So no, I don't like this strap, and I don't like how it looks like on this watch. But speaking technically, this is actually very good quality strap, because it's not rough. This is slippery type of a nylon, and those holes are heat treated, as you can see, and the hardware visually matches the style of the finishing of the case, and everything is stitched very nicely in place. It looks like this strap is actually very good quality. It's a very good quality, robust strap. It's just too cumbersome and too large on this small watch, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the finishing of the case on this watch. It's all sandblasted bezel as well, and it's rather slim, as you can see. It has this beautiful engraving on the crown. This is a screw down crown. It feels great. It's easy to unscrew, easy to screw it back in place, even though it's a small crown, but it's very grippy. It's actually easy to use, and this is a quartz watch without a date, so basically you're gonna use it once a year basically. So the case back looks like this as usual. Nothing unusual about this one on Addiesdive watch. Sharpness, well, this one doesn't feel sharp. This one is actually alright. Lug ends are a little bit pointy, a little bit pokey, but they're not sharp. It's just, you know, such as the design, were very pointy. They could be a little bit softer though, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Overall, I think this case looks very beautiful. Very beautiful. Simple, but it's just nice. Let's take a better look at the dial and overall look of this watch, and let me tell you one story. You know, AliExpress gave me some money to buy some watches, and that's what I did. I bought 4 watches that I really wanted, and I still had some leftover money, so I decided to buy this Addiesdive watch because it's a new release, so it's, you know, relevant to make a video on a new release. And it turns out, well, first of all, why it's, you know, last option. Last option is because I wouldn't buy this watch with my own money, because it does not have sapphire crystal. That's all, simple as that. But since I already have this watch quickly has become one of my favorite watches. This is definitely my favorite watch out of all watches that I recently got. I just absolutely love it. I put this watch on my wrist and my eyes are just drawn towards this watch. I just can't take my eyes off this watch. It's, you know, as simple as it gets, yet it's as beautiful as I can't even describe. The simplicity, the proportions, everything. It's such a beautiful looking thing, and I especially love this blue anti-reflective coating on this mineral crystal. It's disappointing that it's not a sapphire, but oh boy, this mineral crystal is so beautiful, and it has such a good clarity. Has very good clarity, you know, looking directly straight into this watch, it's like there is nothing in between you and the dial. This crystal just doesn't stand in the way. Yeah, it's a very good mineral crystal. You know, I'm thinking that if I scratch it, I will pop it out, I will measure it, and I will order a sapphire crystal to replace it. But I'm also thinking that I'm not sure if I could get such beautiful sapphire crystal as beautiful as this mineral crystal is, you know. So very beautiful watch. I absolutely love it, and I would like to touch one very sensitive topic and speak about homaging and copying. You know, for me this watch works a little bit like an advertisement for the original watch, and you know which watch this one is copying very well. I don't want to mention brand names, don't want to be too specific, you know, but you know what I'm talking about. And for me, this homaging aspect, I don't see it negatively. It's like, it's fine. This is like a test drive. This watch is the best advertisement for the real thing. You know, maybe the real thing is a little bit too expensive for you, but once you get this watch, you start really thinking about real thing, because, well, real thing is still rather expensive. The Quartz version costs 450 euros where I live, which is quite a bit of money, but the biggest thing standing between me and buying the original thing is actually that I already had very similar watch from the brand that this Addiesdive is copying, and I was vastly disappointed because the finishing of the case was rough. This Addiesdive has way better finishing than the watch I had that I'm talking about, and the loom on this Addiesdive is incomparably better than the watch this watch is copying. So, you know, it's not really the price tag stopping me from buying the real thing. It's the quality, it's the lack of quality. Is that this Addiesdive, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get plenty of dislikes for even mentioning this, but this Addiesdive technically is actually a better watch than the watch it is copying. Let me explain. This Addiesdive has a proper screw-down crown. It's a very good screw-down crown, while the original thing has just a pop-up crown. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing is that original Quartz version has ticking seconds hand, which ticks once a second, and this Addiesdive has sweeping seconds hand quartz movement. So that's obvious, you know, obvious difference benefiting the Addiesdive. And another thing is, well, as I mentioned, the loom. This Addiesdive, don't forget, it costs what? 50 euros. And take a look how the loom on this watch looks like. It's basically as good as it gets. This loom on this watch is as good as it gets. I've used this watch a couple of nights as my night watch, and I had no trouble telling the time in the morning, even without specifically charging this watch going to sleep. I just brush my teeth in the bathroom, and the light in the bathroom is good enough to charge this watch so it would last till the morning. That's how good loom on this watch is. It's Very good loom, and it's very beautiful. And I know that the original thing does not have such a good loom, and I'm just not willing to pay 450 euros for a watch that doesn't have a proper loom, you know? Simple as that. And another thing, well, original thing is available with 33 millimeter diameter and 38. 33 is a little bit too small, and 38 I'm afraid is gonna be a little bit too large for me, because this 36 millimeter version looks just so perfect for me. I really don't want 2 millimeters extra. And another thing is that in my eyes this Addiesdive is actually a better looking watch, because I like lug design on this Addiesdive better than the original watch. Original watch has this scooped out, you know, this a little bit curve on the lugs, which I don't really like. I like how line from this end to this end goes nicely and continuously. It looks a little bit more elegant. At least to my eyes, this thing looks a little bit better. Anyway, where I'm even going with this comparison, this Addiesdive versus the original H watch. Well, the funny thing is that, you know, I would be willing to pay the full 450 euros for the original thing if it was as good as this Addiesdive is, plus sapphire crystal, of course. That isn't that funny, you know? This Addiesdive costs 50 euros and it's technically objectively better than the real thing. This is just insane when you think about it. Minus sapphire crystal, of course, but also speaking about the sapphire crystal on the original thing, I'm just not sure if it looks that good. I'm not sure if the original thing, the original sapphire crystal, looks as good as and as beautiful as this mineral crystal on this Addiesdive, because this mineral crystal with this blue anti-reflective coating, it looks just magical. I don't know, it looks just spectacularly beautiful to my eyes. So, you know, this looks, well, it does have differences, okay? As I told you, lug design is different. Crown is a little bit different size. The size overall is a little bit different. The proportions of the case are a little bit different. I just really wish that the hands were a little bit more different, and font for numbers to give this watch, and also the marker on 12, I wish it was different as well. So this watch would be, you know, unique enough to stand on its own. Well, that would be amazing, you know, that would be amazing, because it's just a better watch than the original H, simple as that. How crazy is that? 50 euros Addiesdive makes this watch that just kills the original thing, you know. That's just insane. Anyway, let's play a little bit with the straps. Let's see how this watch looks like. And I don't have many straps because 19mm lug width is a little bit unusual, so I only have 3 straps. So this is exactly the same as before, as the black one, except this one is green suede leather strap, and I really like how it looks like. It's like, sometimes, you know, some days I would wear it on black, some days I would wear this watch on this green one. I think it looks wonderful. The biggest plus about this green strap is that it is not brown. You know, it's a little bit different. It's not very often that you see a strap of a green color, you know, and this green is very nice. It's not oversaturated. It's very neutral. It's very natural. I like that. But you know, brown is the classic color for leather straps. It will never go out of fashion. So it's like the default look for the leather strap. And I think this watch looks really good on this brown strap. Really good. It just fits the overall vibe, overall character of this watch. Such a beautiful thing, man. This watch is just such a beautiful thing. And let me show you the same straps from the third person view, of course. As if you would be, you know, sitting next to me and would see this watch on my wrist with these straps. It's such a beautiful watch, you know. Such a beautiful watch. And usually I must say I'm a little bit bored of brown leather straps, but somehow this watch looks really nice on this one. It looks really nice on this brown leather strap. And the green suede leather strap. It's very subtle, you know, it's a very subtle green color. That's why I like this strap so much. It's not instantly noticeable that this strap is green. It's a very nice green, you know. It's very nice green. That's why it looks so good on so many watches. This one as well. And this is black suede leather strap, and I would like to finish this video with this strap on this watch, because that's how I'm gonna keep this watch. That's how I like it the best. This is my personal favorite strap for this watch, and for many other watches as well. Actually, this is the strap that I like the best, probably, out of all the straps that I have. So this is a wonderful watch. It looks unbelievable, and it is objectively, technically better than the watch that this one is heavily inspired by. Okay, let's just put it that way. So this is a wonderful watch. I just wish Addiesdive would use sapphire crystal for this watch, and I wish they would be aiming for a little bit more originality next time, perhaps. Anyway, wonderful watch. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.